Alright, the time has finally come. Someone that played the If My Heart Had Wings virtual novel finally got down to it and actually made a flyable 3D model for Flight Sim X. As you can tell right here, I got it right here on screen. As you can tell, it's full on 3D. The instrumentation panel is correct, and it's very well done. The only thing missing is a Culture 3D model sitting either behind me if I was in the front seat, or in front of me if I was sitting in the back seat. But I'm not complaining about that for now. Now, all the instrumentation panel, excluding the rudder instrumentation panel, which is this little thing in the middle, work. Everything else, all the instrumentation except this one here works. This little orange button right here is the tow release. This little lever right here will normally be speed brakes, but with the way this model's set up, or the way this person that made this model is set up, he has it for flaperons. I'll explain to you in a second what a flaperon is. Of course, right here is the joystick, and right here are 2 rudder pedals. Also, take note that this right here, this and this, are taken directly from the virtual novel, including this little piece of paper right here. Excuse me. Then of course I can go into the second seat here. Same thing, instrumentation panel, little thing here, piece of paper there, and the same lever and knob setup, and joystick and rudders. And of course there's one of the main wings, and of course this little blue box right here is the wing spar, which broke. Thanks to Ahmed, or how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Of course there's the second wing right here. Now here's what's really interesting, what really made me happy. Watch what happens when I go to the 2D panel. This 2D panel here is an exact game rip, or i.e. screenshot, from the virtual novel. And the amazing part is, the person actually made all these instruments, excluding this instrument right here, work, which is absolutely phenomenal. Which makes me a little mad the people that made this virtual novel didn't make these instrumentations work in the little cutscenes. Now these 4 little icons here and here are not in the virtual novel. These little icons here and here are only dedicated to Flight Sim X. And of course, to prove my point about the panel, give me a second. Here I got the virtual novel loaded up on my laptop here. I go to one of my more recent saves. Well, actually, I already finished this, but I had to go find another save. But as you can tell, this is the original panel from the virtual novel, excluding Agiha being in the way. No, even you see that little piece of paper, which is right there. As you clearly can tell. It's an exact rip from the virtual novel. Now I'm pretty sure you want to know, what does the actual glider look like? This is what the glider actually looks like. As you can tell, all the theming is done correctly. It's very well done. It's a little bit on the low end when it comes to poly count, but I'm not going to complain. This is the only glider out there for Flight Sim X, so I'm not going to complain at all. And of course, there's small little details that are in this glider that are really cool, at least for me. I.e., if you look right here, you can actually see the wording, the letters. If I can get the camera to work with me, which is so cool. You can actually see the Cufu Tentacle College Touring Club. Same thing with the nose. That is just so freaking cool how much detail and how much time and effort the person made that put into this model. Of course, if I swing around to the other side, same thing with the lettering on the other side. You see lettering right there, and of course there's the nose cone again, or the nose. And of course the rudder works, ailerons work, although the ailerons are not correct, but I'm not complaining. And of course the elevator works, which is actually correctly sized. The ailerons are not correctly sized because I actually have the glider used in If My Heart Had Wings in Flight Sim X, but I'm not gonna load that up because this video is for this particular glider. Now, before I go off and fly, I want to show what a flaperon is. This is a flaperon. Ailerons that also act as flaps. That's pretty much all they do. That slows the aircraft down. It acts like speed brakes, but not that much, and of course, doing this provides lift. Now, before I start boring you with all technical BS, I'm just going to go out and fly. Now, they do have a winch mod for Flight Sim X, but it doesn't work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off via tow glider after I change the song to the right song for this. It's a little bumpy up here today, I see. This airplane has tremendous lift. Also, I am taking off from the exact same location in If My Heart Had Wings. I am also I'm also about to fly over the lake from the virtual novel. Oh, I think it's over there about bus. Give me a second, let me cut the line. Right now I'm about to fly over where Coulter and Owie first met. Since I have a limit of 15 minutes now, thanks to the stupid copyright strike on my channel, I won't be able to record as much as I want. Also, it's a false copyright strike, but whatever. This aircraft has tremendous lift, tremendous agility, and it's quite responsive. The only thing that's not that responsive is the rudder, but I think that can be fixed with messing with the aircraft's files. But I'm not going to do that. And now we're flying over where Owie and Coulter met. Right about here is where the wing broke, where the main spar broke, and you gotta, and Ahmed had to move, and Ahmed had to make a turn and come back. Oh, I do want to show one thing. Here's the instrumentation panel I was talking about. Watch this right here. Watch G-load meter. I just nearly maxed out the frame. As you can tell, it's quite agile. And of course, the culture was sitting with this thing. Of course, the culture is with me. She'll be freaking out right now. But like I said before, this is a very nicely done glider model. And I'm very happy someone finally made the model so I can fly around and fight SimX. In the exact same location where If My Heart Had Wings is based in Japan, with the glider from the virtual novel. The flaperons and when I add flaps or i.e. the flaperons to this glider, the lift increases at least twofold. Of course, if I go full, it really starts lifting. Also, you're probably wondering, what are these little tornado-like things here? Those are thermals that are indicated via Flight Sim X. There's even a thermal near the big old mountain right here that they used to get to meet up with the Morning Glory at the end of the virtual novel. Like I said before, I'm flying in the area where the story took place. Of course, the buildings and landscape and everything may not exactly be correct because this is Flight Sim X after all. Not everything's going to be correct when it comes to landscape and buildings and housing and everything else. But anyways, that's my guess a review of the If My Heart Had Wings glider for Flight Sim X. I don't know if I want to call it a review because there ain't much to review about this airplane. It's a glider from If My Heart Had Wings. It's made for Flight Sim X. What else is there to say? I'm freaking happy. I'm going to end the video here and continue flying.